y'all a few minutes to get on here. Just got something I want to share real quick that was on my heart. Yep. So, hey, y'all. First, I want to say thank you for all of the calls, the texts, the inbox messages, the messages that you guys have put on Facebook. I have tried to read them all. Some I've seen, some I haven't. I haven't been able to respond to everybody, and there's a lot. So I really just want to tell you guys, thank you so much. It is definitely helping our family get through this time. Seeing some of the things that you guys have said about how Dad has either touched your life, or even just how us praying together over the last week, us stepping out in faith together has made a difference in your life, and your walk with God has really been encouraging to us, right? And it's funny because one of the things I was asking God through this was, God, I know there's a lesson in everything. So what is the lesson, right? What is the lesson here? Right now, it's too close to my face for me to see it. But as I was able to kind of step back and start reading what you guys were posting to us, it was like, God, you were moving even in these last days, right? With my dad in the hospital, you used him to touch people's lives. And that is all that he wanted. That's all that he wanted. So even through this and it turning out the way that it did with him passing, he still was being used to do the work of God. And he was just doing it through us, right? And so it's awesome to see that his legacy gets to live on through what we do, what we choose to do from here on out, how we choose to engage each other, how we choose to engage in faith. And let me tell you something, my faith was not shaken at all, because I always said, God, at the end of the day, you're in full control of this. And I believe you. I believe you can heal my daddy. I believe you can. But even if you choose not to, you're still God. It doesn't change the power that you have. It doesn't change what you can and can't do. It doesn't change how divine you are, how wonderful you are, how perfect you are. None of that changes. And sometimes you have to have your faith rooted in the truth of who God is, and not anchored to just what you want in a situation. Because God is bigger than just the situation. God is bigger than just what you want or are asking for. His plan is always greater. His plan is better. And God always answers our prayers. I'm going to tell you this. My mom and them, they had a prophecy go out over my dad's life. And it was said at his 60th birthday party, said in the last third of his life, he would do more than he did in the first 2/3. So, you know, we automatically as people begin to think, oh, that means he's going to live till he's 90, right? Yeah, but he died at 75. So how does that make sense? But when you look, 75, his first 5 was 25 years, 50 years, 75. What he did from ages 50 to 75. See, that's when he was establishing all of those churches and traveling the world and doing all of these things that took the ministry to like new heights. Honored what he said he was going to do in my dad's life. We didn't understand it. We didn't understand the timing, but God is not a man. He doesn't lie. So I just want to encourage you, because sometimes when things don't happen the way we think they should happen, we get bent out of shape. We start to question our faith, and we don't think about all the things that God has done where he has shown himself to be true and faithful. And so I want you guys to not just focus when things don't go the way you want, but think about God's track record. Think about God's track record, because that's what you should be banking on. Not on that one thing that didn't happen like you wanted it to happen, but God's track record says something completely different. And if you look back over your life and how you've seen him work and what you've seen him do, that's what you hold on to. That's where the truth is. Don't let your faith be shaken because things haven't worked out how you want them to work. Find out what God is doing and line up with it. God used this situation with my dad. He used it. He's still using it. People have reached out to me saying, hey, you caused me to pray in a way I haven't prayed before. Reestablish my relationship with God. Faith is real. We need to have faith. We need to live on faith. We need to operate in faith. And the main thing we need to believe is that God is who he said he is. And everything we do springs outside of that truth. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you again for everything you guys are doing for our family, cards, flowers, for, again, praying for us. Even after this happened, praying with us. Continue, because it's a road, you know. Some days are great. Some days aren't so great. Keep my mother lifted up in prayer as it's hitting her hard. She was with this man for 50 years. So open at 3:30, but at 4 o'clock is when we are having his service on Saturday. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we'll talk soon. Peace.